Stanley once said that he disliked the plot device of kid sidekicks, calling it a pet peeve of his. The idea of endangering minors, even in fiction, has consistently been something that Marvel, among other media moguls, have avoided. But there definitely are exceptions, some of which we'll be exploring today with this top 10 scary superhero kids list. Some of these heroes aren't quite kids, they're young adults. Teens, pre-teens if you will, just not full-fledged grown-ups. And some of these heroes aren't innately scary. Some have scary aesthetics, others are capable of pretty terrifying things. Scary is a diverse word, friends. So with that being said, let's jump into this list. In at number 10 is Jimmy Neutron. Here's an example of a child who fits the description of both of the versions of scary I just explained. Alright, sorry, I won't make fun of his atrocious hair that much. Hairstyle aside, Jimmy Neutron is capable of some pretty terrifying stuff. From a technological and scientific level, of course. A young boy having that kind of intellect could have major repercussions. I mean, based on what he's capable of now, think of what he could be capable of in a handful of years. Well, yes, that's venturing into the realm of science fiction now. Seriously, think about it. Could be pretty damn messed up. Up next, number 9 is Beast Boy. He isn't innately scary, but the creatures he can transform into definitely are. A rhino, a tiger, a bear, wolf, octopus, electric eel, T-Rex? Yeah, definitely. I mean, he can also turn into a kitten and do the face, but hey, the other stuff? Pretty damn scary. Just saying. Up next, number 8 is Bucky Barnes. Look at that face. Tell me that's not what nightmares are made of. Alright, jokes aside, Bucky was a bit of a Captain America fanatic. Or fanboy, I suppose, whatever. Prior to becoming his sidekick. Oh, his overeagerness would go on to get him essentially killed. And then he would move on to become the Winter Soldier. That's some scary friends. And at number 7 is the Powerpuff Girls. Sugar, spice, and everything nice? The juxtaposition between sweet little schoolgirls and serious butt-kicking superheroes is not only impressive and awesome, but, to be honest, mildly terrifying and unsettling. Let me further elaborate here. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup are sweet, adorable cartoon characters who are serious ass whippers, and the villains they face aren't the prettiest on the block. If I ran into the Powerpuff Girls in real life, I mean, I would be pretty damn scared, wouldn't you? And at number 6 is Tim Drake in Batman Beyond: The Return of the Joker. Tim Drake as Robin isn't scary. Tim Drake as Joker Jr. is. So major leniency on Drake's part for this number, considering his transformation into something quite horrific wasn't entirely his fault. Or really his fault at all, aside from being there. He was tortured by the Joker, and almost killed Batman when putting his newfound loyalty to the Joker and brainwashing to the test. Luckily, instead, he shot the Joker and killed him, but not without major traumatic repercussions. Up next, number 5 is Maggot. Maggot is a mutant who has a hollow digestive system that harbors giant slugs that can eat through any substance. He's like Matter Eater Lad, but way more cool. Or gross, depending on what your feels are about slugs. And that's being generous. So I think it's safe to say that anyone who has massive slugs pop out of their abdomen and consume food that gives you energy is a little scary. Like horror movie monster kinda scary. Maggot was once a part of the X-Men and Generation X. And when he foresaw his own death, he ended up giving away one of his slugs to 2 kids at a concentration camp, owned by the Weapon X program. He was also resurrected from that, by the way, with both his slugs intact. I guess you can take a boy away from the slugs, but the slugs, you can't. I don't know where I'm going with that. Just slugs. Slugs and boys. Boys and slugs. I'm going on. Moving on now to our next number. And at number 4 is Nico Minoru, aka Sister Grimm. Created by Brian K. Vaughan and Adrian Alphona in the Marvel Runaway series, Nico is a witch. When she finds out that her parents are part of a group of supervillains called the Pride, she runs away with the children of other Pride members, forming a group called the Runaways. So why is Nico scary? Since everything I just described was pretty badass and cool? Well, her parents are dark wizards, and she inherited their gifts. Whenever she bleeds, a powerful staff emerges from her chest. And let's be honest, it's a little scary. Dark magic, friends. It does some scary things. And at number 3 is Raven. I feel like Raven generally takes the cake for scary superhero, just because her aesthetic is pretty menacing. But let's talk about the implications of that preconceived notion of her character first off. So Raven is an empath who was taught to control her emotions despite it being the core of her abilities and power, to suppress those emotions. So do people perceive Raven as scary because of her ability to control extreme emotion at her will? Feelings? Or maybe it's just the Grim Reaper aesthetic she's got going on. Could likely just be that. And at number 2 is Franklin Richards. The son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm, Franklin Richards is scary powerful. He's a mutant beyond Omega level, with incredibly strong reality manipulation and psionic powers. He's potentially immortal. He can warp reality, manipulate matter and energy, is telekinetic and telepathic, can astral project, is capable of precognition, and can create pocket universes. Kid also has a ton of unrealized potential, making him the most powerful mutant on Earth. Thank God he's fictional. And finally, in at number 1 is Hit Girl, aka Mindy McCready from Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass. Hit Girl takes her top spot for one very particular reason. She's unhinged, a nihilist who is completely desensitized when she fights crime, and she is a criminal's worst nightmare. She's willing to go as far as she needs to. She's been trained by her father to be able to take a bullet, knows all you need to know about firearms, and damn right she can wield one too. Yet she's a very young girl whose interests include Hello Kitty, comic books, and Clint Eastwood movies. When the Kick-Ass film came out, there was a ton of controversy over the fact that Chloe Grace Moretz, barely 12 at the time, was throwing around words like the big ol' C word and performing quite violent acts. But many people had issues with the obscene vocabulary more so than the excessive violence, which makes perfect sense, apparently. There we go. Who's your favorite superhero kid? And which ones do you think are scary? Give us a shout in those comments below and let us know. But for now, thanks for watching Top 10 Nerd. I'll catch you guys in the next one.